Good morning, guys. How are you? Well, it's morning for me, and I'm going to be washing my face, getting myself together, and I just wanted to talk to you about, as you see what the title is, motivation, inspiration, and discipline, and the difference between the three. So I'm going to first be washing my face with the Acure Brilliantly Brightening Cleansing Gel, and I really like this one. And if you've been following me for the past at least a year or two, you know I love the Acure products. So this is what I'm using now, and then I'm just following up with the Acure Incredibly Clear Moisturizer. I am almost out. I'm literally squeezing it out of the tube, and I'll probably cut the top off to get the residue. So that is what I'm doing. So there's a woman on YouTube named The Golden Prescription, and she is an esthetician, and she recently put out a video about properly washing your face for the appropriate amount of time, and that is at least for 60 seconds. I think she said the average people cleanse their face is 15 seconds. So I'm trying to just get better at cleansing my face for a little bit longer and realizing that it's still just as effective if I'm only using my fingers and not like a spin brush or a washcloth or anything else. This cleanser is so nice because it feels like it has that nice deep clean feeling, you know, like what was it that I used to use? Clean and Clear, like when I was in high school. But it's a clean product. It's all natural, and it doesn't burn or leave my skin dry or anything like that. I really like it. I usually use their cream cleanser, the Radically Radiant, I think it's called. I'll leave it a link below. I love that one, but I just wanted to try this one to see if I like it as much as that one, and I do. I don't see a huge difference between the two. So I don't know if that was a minute. I should have had my phone in here, but it felt longer than usual. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this off now. So my face is clean, and I always pat it dry with a paper towel. That has definitely, I feel like, has played a role in the improvement of my skin. And then I always leave it just a little damp before I put on my moisturizer. Oh my god, I think I'm out. I think I'm like really out. Look at this. The struggle is real. I always have to order this on Amazon because I think they only sell it at Whole Foods, and the closest Whole Foods to me is about an hour away. So I just ordered it from Amazon, so I'm waiting for my order to come in. I'll go ahead and put that on. Nice and gently. So, motivation, inspiration, and discipline. I definitely feel like the one that will result in the greatest improvement in my life is discipline. And discipline is, you know, continuing to do something no matter what the circumstances are. It's continuing to do what you said you were going to do, whether you feel like it or not. It's continuing to do what you said you would do despite you having a bad day, despite you not feeling well, or the weather not being favorable. It's just doing what you said you were going to do, no matter what. Inspiration, I think, is the beginning. And inspiration is a lot of what we see on social media, in other people's lives, or out in the world, in nature, and just watching what other people do or witnessing something. I think that is a great form of inspiration. But then that's just step number one. And then after the inspiration usually follows the motivation. So the motivation comes when maybe you heard a speech or talk or watched a video, listened to a song, something that actually pushed you to move in the direction of doing something that you want to do. So now you're motivated, you're hyped, you make a plan. Yes, I'm going to do this, this, and that. I'm going to achieve all of these great things. And then what comes next? You start and you're going strong for however long it may be. And then you get to a point where that feeling wears off. And that's because you were only motivated and you didn't decide that you're going to be disciplined. So at this point in my life, I realized that was a huge part of what was lacking in me achieving some of my goals. It was just the discipline behind some of the things that I said that I would do and staying on top of them and easily making excuses for why I wouldn't get certain things done. And I realized that once you decide, it's all about you making a decision. Once you decide that you're going to be disciplined and you're going to commit to whatever it is you said you would be doing, that is when you actually start to see change and growth and results in your life, is when you keep that discipline. You keep that same energy no matter the day, the time, the feeling, whatever life is throwing at you. You keep that same motivated, inspired feeling that you started off with. So I think all three are very important, but they just come at different phases, at different points in our lives. And it's important, and as I tell you guys these things, I'm speaking to myself, it's important to not get stuck in the inspiration phase. You have to let the inspiration be enough to motivate you to actually start something. And then in that motivation, you have to decide to commit to whatever it is that you're doing for as long as you genuinely feel like doing it. With certain things, the time to stop or the time to quit may show up, but that's usually not the case. So I think if we just keep going in the direction that, you know, we're hoping, if we just keep going and pursuing whatever it is that we're after and stay disciplined, the results will show themselves. So I think when it comes to discipline, and then, so now speaking about discipline, it's important to create habits, new habits, and I think that's what is going to allow you to stay disciplined in whatever it is you're doing. You can't, I don't want to say you can't, but it may be difficult to continue the same habits that you've had all along while you were doing something different and you're trying to change simultaneously. It probably won't work out that well. So the habits need to be reevaluated and changed accordingly. So right now, for me, some of you may or may not have noticed that I have been slightly more consistent here on my channel, and I've had a channel, I think, I don't know, 6 years now, and I go through spurts where I'm consistent for a few weeks and then I kind of fall off. And I've decided that this year I'm just going to put out content, whether it's perfect or not, because it never is. It's never going to be exactly what I want it to be, but I don't want to continue allowing that to hold me back. So I'm trying to be disciplined and put out at least 2 videos a week at the very least. And if I can do more, then that's great. And that will be even more motivation for me to keep going. So I do think it is easy to get inspired, and it is easy to feel motivated for a period of time. But that discipline part, that part gets a little tricky. It gets a little bit more challenging if you're not committed. If you're not committed to seeing it through whatever you began, and if you're not committed to changing your habits. I think that's the most important takeaway here, is that you need to change your habits and your mindset in order to remain disciplined to whatever it is you're doing. And I think I'll make a separate video about habits, how to change them and actually make them stick. But I'm also working through that. So I share with you guys as I go along in my life journey. It seems like you guys have been liking these videos where I'm just like chatting with you, which makes me happy because I'm trying to just be a little bit more open and just not hold back like my thoughts and things I want to share, because I do know that there are people out there that can relate. That is it. I'm going to get to work now, and I will see you guys in the next video. So leave me a comment below and let me know where you struggle with the most right now. Are you not finding inspiration? Are you lacking motivation? Is your discipline off? For me, I am in discipline mode, so I'm just trying to remain motivated and stay disciplined at this point in my life. And you know, it's ups and downs, and it will go in and out and change over time, just depending on where you're at. So I would love to know where you guys are at. Let me know below, and I will see you in the next video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.